Sideburns. Sideburns.
Yo, what's the word? 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 Just talking how you talking. Bosses language bosses before you step in the office. What's the word? 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 Just talking how you talking. Bosses language bosses before you step in the office. What's the word? What's the word? Oh, I have something to say. Have some words dropping to your light. Hurry under late. Spill that tea. What you waiting for? We just want the word. Don't tell us nothing crazy that's gonna get up on our nerves. Just chill, relax, live in the moment while we put it on wax. We live on Anchor every Wednesday of the week. So tell your family and friends where you be. Yo, what's the word? 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 Just talking how you talking. Bosses language bosses before you step in the office. What's the word? 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 Just talking how you talking. Bosses language bosses before you step in the office. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word?
What's up? This your girl Kiska. You hearing me? And we're back for the next episode of What's the Word? And I am joined by the legendary host, Mr. Who, Mr. What, Mr. Where, Mr. D.Jon.
What is good, my good people? It's your boy D.Jon, and you are tuned in for another episode. Episode what? 25 of
25.
What's the Word?
Yes.
I was about to say, let's talk with D.Jon.
Let's talk. But as usual, you know, we have to chronola ourselves because we can't go anywhere. So we have to be separate and give you guys show apart out of the studio. This is new to us. We don't know how to do this.
We have to do a Whoopi Goldberg in a Joy B.
Yeah, we in our dressing rooms. Today is a good episode because, you know, we got all of the juiciness. So today's episode is catered to back in the day when you was a kid. You're not young anymore, and some days you still wish you was a kid again, right?
Sometimes.
I do.
Sometimes.
I had
not
a good
all
childhood.
the time. Yeah, I mean, I had a good childhood, but yeah, I don't think I want to go back. No.
He said, no, I don't want to go too back. Well, today we're going to be talking about what generation were you born in and what was your childhood like? And if you could speak to your younger self, what advice would you give him or her? And what TV show during your childhood you felt impacted you as an adult? And there's plenty of TV shows that impacted all of us as we grew up because they still come on today. But there's a few people they might have their own separate little thing going on that we don't know. It might be the Parkers. It could be whatever you choose it to be. It could be Bill Cosby and all of his fucking. But of course, we have nothing but the juiciest of tea from the Messy Shade. You hear me? This tea is just so kicks because Tina Knowles clapback.
Bruh,
Tina Knowles with the clapback. That was hilarious. Then we got Idris Elba's wife reveals to Oprah that she tested positive. She said she wanted to be with a man. Fuck it. If he go, I'll go, bitch. Ride or die. Oh, Lord. And Harvey Weinstein reportedly tested positive for canola. And, of course, Congressman Omari Hardy had to clap back. It's just clap back. It's clap back and infection. Like, everybody either infected or clapping back, okay? The Florida mayor, Omari Hardy, goes all in on Florida mayor. Of course, we're going to talk about our beloved New Orleans Saints head coach, Sean Payton, who tested positive. I don't know how we're going to get through football season this year. Well, we might not fucking have it now. Look, half of the NFL look like they get sick. And of course, we told you we were going to keep you updated with when you have to pistol whip a bitch, it's because you got to do what you got to do. Hitmaka posts and deletes receipts allegedly providing that the woman he pistol whipped set him up. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, D.Jon, what generation? Of course, we know what generation we were born in, but what generation you was born in?
What? I'm 91, so what that?
So you're 90s, a 90s baby.
With that generation. What is that? No, it's, you know how they break it down into the categories?
I don't know if we millennials. One minute they said we generation Z.
No, I think we
we're
are
generation
millennials.
Y.
I don't know. I think we're millennials.
Yeah, we are millennials.
Yeah.
We're the older ones. We're the first millennials. I think we either generation Y. I think I don't know. Don't quote me. We gotta ask Master Sierra during these times because we quarantined. But we both born in generation Y. Let me see.
I think so. But to me, as far as like my childhood, to be honest, I think I had a great childhood. Like, you know, I didn't, you know, grow up, you know, having to fend for myself, you know, parents walking out on me, just the whole 9 yards. Like, I had an amazing childhood. I had parents that loved me. I had family members that loved me.
Anything
I wanted. I was very spoiled growing up, so it's kind of like that still today. Kinda, not too much, but yeah, I just had like an amazing childhood. Like that's all I could really say. Like nothing was bad about it. You know, my family was very family oriented. You know, we did everything together. It was amazing, I have to say.
Overall, it was a good childhood experience.
Yeah, it was a good experience. Like, I didn't have anything.
That's what you're giving us.
Bad.
It's like, yes.
I would do it again.
If you could do it again, you would do it again. Because I would like to
change some things, you know. I would like, you know, some people to still be here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, of course, if I could do it again, I would definitely do it again. Just to relive those people, just to relive those experiences again.
I definitely would say that my childhood was great. I mean, it wasn't as hard as adult life is because this shit is ghetto. But I do say that I enjoyed my childhood despite everything that went along throughout my childhood. I wouldn't change anything either. I feel like typically when you grow up, as an adult, when you get older, you start to look back at your life and you be like, yeah, I wouldn't change nothing because everything shaped me to be who I am today. And if I would have changed anything, I don't think I'll be who I am today because
you wouldn't be who you are.
If you change it, then you wouldn't necessarily win. Right. And you didn't go through the struggles of being the person you became because everybody go through life differently. You know, you go through life with a lot of hardships. Some people have it handed to them, silver spoon in their mouth, everything, and they still end up wherever they end up. But I think that for me, the way I grew up changed me to the person I am, and I love the person that I am today. So I wouldn't want to change it because I felt like if I did change anything, then I'll probably be a completely different person. I know I would. But I was, you know, born up in the 90s. Stuff was simpler then. You know what I'm saying? Even if you look at it now, how expensive life is now compared to then, you could get. Put it like this: if you're a video gamer now,
this shit is so
run you about
expensive now.
$1,000 to get a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we didn't have to pay all of that, to play like our favorite games and stuff like that. Like I had a Nintendo 64 and it was purple. I still remember to this day. Like I love my Nintendo 64. I used to play Mario. I think it was Mario Kart. Of course, Mortal Kombat. That's like one of my favorite games ever.
And then if you look at it now, all of those games it's expensive now. Even the ones that came out our year, if you try to go buy them off of eBay and you didn't have them, then they probably like 10. Some people selling their old systems for 1,000, all the way up to if
cost
it's
that
customized.
Much. Growing up back then, the PS.
Back in the day,
even the PS2,
was $64.
It wasn't really expensive.
The most we ever spent was about $100, $200. Not things is $500, $600. Like
right. I remember my mama told me when they I don't remember Christmas well, but I know I wanted the PS3. And her and my grandma, they was in the store and they went and brought it, and they paid about a good $600-700 for that damn game. The game system. Yeah. What that was like
the PlayStation 3 became the first game that
07, something like that.
2007. Probably, yeah. It came out probably 2006, 2005. I remember getting one in 2007. So yeah, that was right. Some time. That was some time ago. That was light whole years ago compared to us.
We
in
the whole two decades ago, literally.
Literally, we're old people here. But let's speak on it. If you could speak to your younger self.
If I could speak to my younger self, I would definitely tell my younger self to be more confident and not so shy. Be proud of who you are. Like growing up, I was always the tallest person, so I was very insecure about my height. I got picked on for being tall. Like people would think like I got kept back or anything, and what you know what I'm saying. So it's like tall, like being tall wasn't necessarily celebrated how it is now. You know what I'm saying? But I would definitely tell myself to be confident and just be proud of, who I am, who God made me to be. Yeah.
Who you are. Mm-hmm.
What about you, Kiss Calhoun?
I think I would change I feel like if I could give myself advice, I'd give myself the greatest advice of all. And it would probably be, girl, just get your guts bust open. Don't worry about nothing.
I was not expecting
You're going to be fine. Because I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? But on a serious note, I'll probably say...
Oh, God.
I had to do that one. I'll probably have to say, stay on the right path. Don't let nobody tell you not to do something because they can't do it. And I feel like I live my life accordingly to what people expected of me. Like, as far as going to college and all that stuff, I did not want to go to school. I wanted to be like Denise off of The Cosby Show and just travel the world and figure out life that way. Because I feel like even though I love school and I love education, it just wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get through elementary, middle school, and high school, and you like, yeah, I had to go through that. But college is a choice.
Right.
That's something you choose to do if you can afford it. I felt like I couldn't afford college, and I still went, and I'm in so much debt because of it. Trump signed them checks so I could get out of that bitch. But I just felt like that'll be one thing I'll do. I'll stick to my guns, because my guns was to never go to college. My guns was to go to New York, get into like the music scene out there, and just be like P. Diddy from the ground up and I could have been a mogul. I still can be the mogul, and I will be, but I felt like
that kind of set you back.
It took me away, right? It took me away from what I actually wanted to do in life, and I felt like that's one thing I do. I give myself the best advice to just stick to your guns and do what you said to do. I think that I went to college because I felt like that's what people expected of me and my family. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I didn't do like the average kid and went to school and didn't graduate. I graduated, but I didn't like it. And I felt like I wasted the years I spent in college. Could have done something I actually wanted to do, which was the music thing. And then eventually I did stop and then go. But now I'm like, I don't even want this because I'm older now. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was young and hungry for it, it would have been a perfect time to do it. But now I'm like older and I'm like...
Right. It's like it's over to me, right?
I don't want to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? You lose the momentum because you do things because people want it or expecting you to do them. So that's what I'll probably do. I tell myself, stick to your guns and go after your dream. And that's what I am doing. But I think that's the crazy part, because both were my dreams, but the one that I was most passionate about is the one that I didn't do and I should have done first. Because maybe I could have turned out differently. Maybe, I know I would have always been this person, but you never know. I could be this person well connected on another level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like as adults and human beings, we always think of what if instead of, not dwelling on the past. I feel like, things, happen for a reason. Maybe it wasn't for you in that moment to go and do it right then and there. Just like you said, you can still do it, but you just felt like in that moment you wanted to do it when you wanted to do it, and life doesn't work out that way. And I think right, and I think like,
and not really that much, just family in general,
and that's what
having so much responsibilities that I have.
Those things, those things fall into the life aspect. You having to, help with with your family and things like that. Like we all had opportunities to leave and whatnot. That was probably one of the things that I regret too, not really leaving. I had several opportunities to go to school out of the city, not necessarily the state, because Mama Dukes weren't having it, but at least out the state. But it was just me, not feeling like I was ready for to do something like that. So I decided to stay home, and I went to school in the city. And, of course I did, graduated, received a degree, and, working in my career of choice, so, things they alter.
Right, they do. And I feel the same way. I have so many opportunities that came my way. I never told nobody this, but I had an opportunity to work for MTV when I first started doing podcasting.
Girl, we could have had an MTV check.
Did not do it because I was like, but now you know. It's like, that's what I was saying. Like, I had it, but I just didn't get I just couldn't do it. I couldn't leave home. I couldn't burden my mama not having me because I was the stability in her life at the time and still is. So I couldn't just leave her and go do that. I still had to be home and help her out with stuff. But who knows, that could have been like, it was an internship type thing, but still it could have turned into something that, well, you seen me on MTV. I could have been on 106 in Park or something. You know, but I don't know. I just didn't go after it because my priorities home was far more important than to get up and move away and be away from home and gotta, you know, I felt like for me in my personal life, I had a lot on my plate and I just had to pick and choose what was more important at the times. Even when I went to college, I got another opportunity, like a good opportunity to join the Navy and go to law school and go to there's a division called JAG in the military where it's basically the branches of government as far as law is concerned. I got a letter in the mail to actually join that part of the military. Right. And who knows? I could be Attorney General right now. I could have been telling y'all about the pandemic right now. I could have been told y'all like y'all need to because the canola about to come out right now. Like I could have been anything. You never know, but I just didn't take the opportunity because I had grown up shit to do. But we're going to get more into it. We do have a featured artist, and I want to, you know, at least give him some shout out and praises before we get into our next segment. Here's one from Be the Future featuring Young Guap, Dreams. Check it out. Hope you vibe to it, like it. And when we come back, we're going to talk about what TV show during your childhood you felt impacted you as an adult. And of course, we got nothing but the tea from the messy shades. So like I said, when we come back, we're going to give y'all a little something, you hear me? On me. You hear me?
I'm smoking and dreaming. I'm smoking and dreaming. I'm smoking and dreaming. I got a chip on my shoulder. It carry weight like a boulder. Song after song getting colder. I feel my drink getting closer. These haters didn't think I would glow up. I'm the shit, smell the odor. Call me LeBron, I'm the chosen one. I feel my drink getting closer. 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 These haters didn't think I would glow up. I'm the shit, smell the odor. Call me LeBron, I'm the chosen one. I feel my drink getting closer. I got a chip on my shoulder. Man, that little bit carry weight like a boulder. Song after song, feel my drink getting closer. I know I'm gon' pop like a can of that soda. I'm getting impatient, they tell me to hold up. I'm going insane, I just want my door up. They saying you're next from the city to blow up, but watch how they hop on the dick for the glow up. Man, my numbers looking right. Everything that I touch, it got a price. See me, I'm always froze up and nice. I know I'm a star, I'm always shining bright. I'm fly as the fuck, I'm on my own flight. Man, this shit just didn't happen overnight. Took a few years, long nights and flights. State to state shows, hopping on the flights. Even when I didn't have the money right, I knew I would have to make a sacrifice. To get to your dreams, you gotta pay the price. You know it's a gamble, 50-50, right? I'd rather get rich or die trying to hype than being a shoulda, woulda, coulda type. I got on my ass and went and grabbed the mic. Now you see Be the Future naming lights. I got a chip on my shoulder. It carry weight like a boulder. Song after song getting colder. I feel my drink getting closer. These haters didn't think I would glow up. I'm the shit, smell the odor. Call me LeBron, I'm the chosen one. I feel my drink getting closer. 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 These haters didn't think I would glow up. I'm the shit, smell the odor. Call me LeBron, I'm the chosen one. I feel my drink getting closer. I feel my drink. I feel my drink. I feel my drink getting closer. I feel my drink. I feel my drink. I feel my drink getting closer. I feel my drink. I feel my drink. I feel my drink getting closer. I feel my drink. I feel my drink. I feel my drink getting closer.
I used to cook up. I used to pump on the corner. Your Master P, I had to hook up. I picked them books up. Then the streets took us. We raised each other, had no father figures. We used to fight and whip all of them niggas. Now we come through and whip past all of them niggas. I get respect from them killers. I get a check like a baller, little nigga. I got shooters that's hyper than Williams, but I don't rely on my niggas. I let it fly like a frisbee, put it all on the line like a pigeon. You niggas die for attention, me I'ma die for my siblings. Fuck all of that bull, I ain't pippin'. I wanna watch that ain't ticking. I know how it feel when your stomach on nifty and that hammer loaded, yeah. Shit like that, I turn a civilian up into a soldier, yeah. It ain't your foes, it be your woes that's trying to hold you back, and I will not fold. Outside my soul, I am worth more than that.
I got a chip on my shoulder, it carry weight like a boulder. Song after song getting colder, I feel my drink getting closer. These haters didn't think I would glow up. I'm the shit, smell the odor. Call me LeBron, I'm the chosen one. I feel my drink getting closer. 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 These haters didn't think I would glow up. I'm the shit, smell the odor. Call me LeBron, I'm the chosen one. I feel my drink getting closer.
And that was Dreams from Be the Future featuring Young Guap. I hope you like that one. Before we left, we were talking about, back in the day when we were kids and, saying that when we were young, we wish we were kids, but D.Jon was like, no, he don't want to do all of it over again, but he liked it in his childhood. So, we're going to talk about what show during your childhood you felt impacted you as a child. I feel like one of the shows that taught me the most lessons in life growing up, and some people are going to find it so funny, but The Parkers was one of my favorite TV shows that I still watch today, but it kind of molded me into learning about just individualism and to never give up for whatever you want. Because if you look at the character Nikki Parker, she was a single mother going back to college.
Yep, a non-traditional student.
Non-traditional. Graduate. Not only that, she fell in love with this TV show. Showed me that love at first sight could be really true because
she fell in love with that man at first sight.
She been loving Professor Ogilvy and Professor Ogilvy, whatever his name is. His ass was so petty and malicious and hurtful to this lady. And to the season finale when it clicks. He finally realized that
that's the love of his life.
Is really in life. Oh, I was so mad at him. But it just showed me real life how that is how life is. When it's something that's meant for you, it'll be. She went to college, graduated, and got the man of her dreams. Even though he didn't really want her at first, but ultimately she got what she wanted. So I feel like that show made me feel like go after whatever you want, no matter if it's rejecting you at the time, because eventually when you do get your shit together, they're going to want you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or the degree is going to come to you because you got your shit together during the degree. And so I just felt like that was one of the shows that Living Single, of course, because it's just so much blackness and realistic blackness, like how we really were and how we really are. I was saying were because it was back in the day when those shows came out, but still it impacted me as far as how I go about life. And then I feel like when we talk about representation and needing to see those type of things on TV, I feel like that today they need more TV shows like Living Single, like The Parkers, for children that's coming up in the world and need it. Absolutely. Like, we don't need no more reality TV shows because we all know that reality TV show is just entertainment and fictitious manipulated storylines that could be fictitious and drama filled, and you never get the understanding or realness of a reality TV show. That's why I don't like the fact that TV has been like this fake reality TV and not show like TV shows that have it's fictional, but these stories could be used as to be, you know what I'm saying? Right. You know, used in a way where you can understand it. I feel like you can't click with the characters on a reality TV show because you don't know if it's the real them or the fake or the person that they created to be on the show. And I feel like those two shows in particular, of course, I mentioned I wanted to be like Denise, so of course the Cosby Show did have some play into it, but not too much. But you know, it's just a lot. A lot of TV shows that I watched growing up, including Arthur.
Absolutely, Arthur had a lot of lessons to be taught,
and it's still going teaching kids today. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was talking to my friend. I was like, people make memes about Arthur, but they're not even listening to the actual theme song lyrics in which it would say. That's real trueness in those lyrics that I think it was Ziggy Marley did the theme song. Well, I know it's one of the Marleys that did the song. But it's true. Every day when you're walking down the street and everybody that you meet has an original point of view. But I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day, where you can learn from one and play and get along with each other. Like, that's basically telling you, you can have a difference of opinions, but it don't matter because it's a beautiful day. Say hello and get it moving. About your life. Mm-hmm. Like, just because, you might not like somebody doesn't mean that person should stop you from being right. You, or you should stop being you because of that person.
Outlook on life doesn't mean you guys can't get along. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's why I like Arthur. That's why I still watch it like I'm an 8-year-old watching it, eating cereal. That's how I watch Arthur. But what TV show for you, D.Jon? Because I got a whole directory of TV shows.
For me, growing up, preteens. Well, yeah, preteens. That's So Raven. Like,
how did I knew you were gonna say that?
That was one of my.
It's like I had a Raven moment. Like I was about.
That was one of my favorite shows, and the older I got, I understood the outlook on the show. We see that, she's a psychic and things like that, and, her visions get her in trouble sometimes. But what the outlook that I took from it was being yourself. Most times Raven wasn't being herself because she was doing things, to particularly kind of, that got her into trouble and things like that. Instead of her, actually fully understanding her visions, which she didn't. She didn't see the full story behind it, so she only acted off of impulse of what she interpreted from what she was given. So I feel like we do that a lot in life. We interpret the preview of what we're given, and we're not fully looking
like
into.
You hear Keisha, you heard Tyrone. Bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up, Tyrone. Bitch, I ain't do nothing. Tyrone didn't even do nothing. Just because you heard what that girl said, and Tyrone didn't even do that.
Right. So That's So Raven was one of them. But then when I got a little older, A Different World. Now, I say The Different World. I didn't watch A Different World when I was growing up. We were still young, when that show came out.
I mean, speak for yourself, because I was watching.
Well,
it.
I wasn't watching it, but I watched it, within.
Well, when it first came out, of course, we wasn't. Yeah. We were
because you got to think about it. It was a spinoff, right, to the Cosby Show, because it was basically supposed to be based around Denise.
It ran longer,
but
Denise wants to drop out like me. I am Denise. Denise is me.
So that show in itself, I don't even need to sit and explain it because it has so many life lessons in every episode, and it was just I was just telling our friend the other day that I want to sit down and I just want to binge watch it again, but they took it off of Netflix, but I think it's on Hulu, so I might have to do that one day since I'm self quarantining and I'm working from home, so.
That's definitely. I would say yeah, because A Different World definitely was one of those shows that I ain't gonna lie. Different World made a lot of people go to college. A lot of people talk about how they went to college because they watched A Different World and they went to not just college but HBCUs, and that's why I feel like the rise of HBCU graduates and stuff came from is because of these shows. And you could thank Bill Cosby for that because he started it even though he was slipping shit in people drink while he was doing but he still taught us a lesson even though he didn't take his own advice.
But we're not going to criticize it.
But we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. But yeah, I think definitely Different World was one of those shows that impacted people and just impacted a whole culture, because if there wouldn't have been for Different World, then so many people probably wouldn't have took pride in the way they take pride in HBCUs today. I mean, they go hard when you talk about HBCUs such as like Spelman. Is that a because I'm community college.
It's a African American university based off of it's a college for African American women. I could not get that out.
Then you have. He was like, "It's a college."
Yeah, I was trying to put it in so many terms.
I'm like,
then of course you got Morehouse, which is literally right across the street from them.
Howard University. You got Grambling. Like all of these HBCUs, people were proud to go, and all of these HBCUs that we talk about bred of hip hop's finest, a lot of actresses, actors, if all of our black athletes and actresses from the 60s all the way down to the 90s, they graduated from black colleges. And I feel like it was because of the root, not just for like, because it was hard for people to go to some of those white colleges, but we ain't gonna start no, we just let y'all be known it was hard for people to get into college. So that's why people take so much pride. And you gotta thank Bill Cosby for that. Period. I don't care what he did in his personal life. You thank Bill Cosby because he influenced our generation
to go to college,
to consider college. I mean, like I said, I didn't even want to go to this shit, but if not him creating the shows, if not just people around us that are influenced and have pride in their schools and their education, I still went and I still have a degree, even though I didn't want to go. So I still have something
you have something to fall back on.
Paved the way. Yeah. And if not, I can always hop on a nearby strip club after the Cronulla virus is ended. But definitely, there's plenty TV shows. And like I said, if you have a favorite TV show and you are listening to us, just feel free to voice your opinion on our Facebook by following us on Facebook at Yo What's the Word, Instagram at Yo What's the Word, Twitter, all that. And or shoot us an email, leave us a little message. You know how we do it. And just voice your 401k with us. What was your favorite childhood memory? What was your favorite everything. TV show growing up. Any and everything. What it was. Voice your opinion on a WhatsDaWord page. And of course, we're gonna take another break. And before we get to this messy hot tea that we have, because I can't wait to get to it, here's another one from Be the Future, our feature artist of the day. Here is Your Bad featuring So Nice and Young Guap. Hope you enjoy it. When we come back, we're gonna hit y'all with nothing but the messy deep wave tea.
Baby, you're driving all these other niggas crazy. Can't believe that you're the reason they're hating. You even got no one to replace me, but I know ain't nothing popping your mind. And you're bad, and you're bad. And they hating her because you're bad. And they hating her because you're bad. And when they see me still together, they mad.
Man, your girl bad, whoa. She the finest I've seen this year. Prototype, you really just wanna take to the stove and tell her cop anything she want in the stove. You could get the bag and the red bottoms too. Fuck it, you could get the Gucci and the Louis V shoes. Yeah, you the baddest, you deserve it. You should have it. And by the way, girl, that ass really is the fattest. She's so stuck on being on the latest fashion. She walk around with 6-inch heels like a stallion. Can I touch it? Can I have it? Let me grab it. Baby girl, let her reel and no nigga smash it. She the baddest and everybody already know it. Now it's time for her badass to really show it. I got moolah, so baby girl, let's just blow it. Let's take trips overseas and really fucking do it, baby.
Baby, you're driving all these other niggas crazy. Can't believe that you're the reason they're hating. You even got no one to replace me, but I know ain't nothing popping your mind. And you're bad, and you're bad.
You already know.
And they hating her because you're bad. And they hating her because you're bad. And when they see me still together, they mad.
Shawty perfect like a mannequin. And I'm just tryna eat her like some Mandarin. Project Mona Lisa, she a stallion. Man, I head out this world, she a alien. Blowing on that wedding cake, talking about our wedding date. Got my hands all over your cakes like she anime. Shorty body tough, I'm tryna beat it like the MMA. Ooh, la mama better than a nursery. Damn, you look good in a Vicky's mind. I took you out the hood, now you in a drop. Hey man, it feel good when we getting guap. You say you want my time, so I cop the watch. Presidential though. I love when you hold me and when you keep it loyal. This crown for you and I'ma treat you royal. Milk did that body good, so I gotta spoil you. My Sharia Moore, you know I adore you.
Baby, you're driving all these other niggas crazy. Can't believe that you're the reason they're hating. You even got no one to replace me, but I know ain't nothing popping your mind. And you're bad, and you're bad. And they hating her because you're bad. And they hating her because you're bad. And when they see me still together, they mad. I can't find my baby, and I don't know why. But she also drives me crazy, and all I know is where I wanna be. With your bad ass right next to me, oh baby. Oh baby. Baby, you're driving all these other niggas crazy. Can't believe that you're the reason they're hating. You even got no one to replace me, but I know ain't nothing popping your mind. And you're bad, and you're bad. And they hating her because you're bad. And they hating her because you're bad. And when they see me still together, they mad.
That was Your Bad by Be the Future featuring So Nice and Young Guap. I like that. I hope you enjoy it. Vibe to it, you know. Support. Follow these artists. Support their music all the time. Go and listen to their stuff. Yeah. Be the future. You dig. But wait.
Here we go.
We gonna go on and on about this. But you know, without further ado, I was waiting for this. The messy tea from another messy shade. Miss Tina Knowles caught back at a
this is coming from the
Messy Shade.
So, so since we're all literally stuck inside for the foreseeable future, many are coming up with... We don't know when we
getting out.
Right.
Free me too, I'm free. I gotta say, free me to these streets now. Like I'm in prison or something.
Right. Many are coming up with creative ways to pass the time and make each other laugh. Tina Knowles recently tried to cheer her followers up on social media, but a hater attempted to ruin the mood, and she got them together swiftly. If you follow Tina Knowles on social media, then you know that she likes to share videos of herself telling corny jokes, and recently started posting them more regularly as everyone is currently on lockdown due to the coronavirus outbreak. Earlier this week, Tina posted a clip of herself saying, "So did you hear about the... Wait, what am I? Oh, the corduroy pillows."
She was...
I lost my words. Well, okay, then she goes on to, yeah, they're making headlines in your head when you lay on them, you know. Instead of enjoying Tina's attempt at humor, one commenter was definitely not amused and wrote this: "Girl, take them bags and disappear. Well, take them bangs and disappear with your daughter and grandchildren for a little while. We don't need this right now." To which Tina responded with, "First of all, I'm not a girl, so try to conjure up a little respect. And secondly, if you don't need it, then get off my page and go where you like what you see. With love." So
that's right, Tina.
Tina had been absent from Instagram recently because she was recovering from serious knee surgery, and once she returned, revealed that she got a lot of requests to start telling her corny jokes once again. I know it's corny, but even if you get a little chuckle, it is worth it at this time. We must keep our sense of humor and stick together. Love you all. Be safe," she wrote. So what are your thoughts, Kiss Kelly?
You know my thoughts.
I feel like
Baby.
she needed to do it. A lot of these people, they need to... I just hate the fact that they do everything.
The business that pays them.
They do everything to get a laugh or to get a like out of it, and they don't believe that these people sit and read these comments. And Miss Tina says she got all the time in the world. She got nothing but time.
One thing I learned...
And clap back on that ass.
It clap back.
With class.
First of all...
With class, though.
I feel like they look at her as a celebrity mom and not as an elder.
Right.
This lady is old. So
literally.
You don't... If you type in stuff that you wouldn't tell your own grandma, why would you go out your way to be like, go disappear with your children and your grandchildren, because we don't need to hear those corner jokes. Now, don't get me wrong, the joke was not funny.
Right.
Okay. But if it wasn't funny, keep it moving. Like, I feel like you said, people tried their hardest to be seen, and when she wanted to go viral. Congratulations, boo. You went viral.
And you got that ass toe up.
Who is laugh? Like, yeah. Toe up by Rick James.
You got that ass ate up.
She said, I'm Tina James, bitch. That's what she said. I'm Tina James. People was calling her Rick James and all that. First of all, she's an elder. Don't disrespect the elders like that.
Right.
Secondly,
before B come out, you have to get your host together.
Not just that. She is her own person that could ring you up as she did. And we all know Tina Knowles ring. I had to do that. I had to do it in like a ring, you hear me? Because we all know Tina Knowles could ring you up. She done rung a couple of people up. And I feel like people just think they could just say what they want to say. And they be hiding on these, they got behind them keyboard fingers.
Behind that phone.
You wouldn't say that to that lady in her face. Nobody would. But me. Because, I would tell her, baby, what you doing? What you doing, Tina? Slide that to the side. You don't need those. You don't need
Girl,
those
didn't went
bangs.
As far as talking about that lady bangs, nothing was wrong with her bangs.
because she had deep waves. And
nothing was wrong with her bangs.
And they said
they have to think about it. Just like
person.
You say, she's an older woman. She don't have to keep up with y'all styles and wear the stuff that y'all wear.
And not just that. She come from a whole generation of women.
Right.
She still
did
wear her hair like she was wearing it in the fucking 90s. Let her wear her deep dish waves, whatever Persian she probably got.
Because at the end of the day, them bangs was way better than them bangs Beyonce had a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. And that's on period.
And that's the mama. But Idris Elba wife said, if he going, I'm going. Take me too, Cronulla. If you're going to take him, take me. And she was like, when she had to test, I knew she was going to test positive. You know why? Because she was all in that video last episode when we was talking about rubbing and touching all over her man. Baby, they say social distancing. Why is you in the video?
That lady want to be up all on her man.
Take me out too. If you're going to take him, take me out. But go ahead, D.Jon.
Okay, so here's an update. Of course, coming from the
Messy Shade.
Following her husband.
Yeah, me.
You have to let me know when you're going to do that. Following her husband's positive diagnosis, Idris Elba's wife, Sabrina, revealed in an interview.
And then, hold on. Before you start the thing, the way they talking about this is like, before he tested positive. Like, bitch, people out here just testing positive left and right for this shit. Like, it's a real thing. But, like, the way they're wording is, like, he was fucking somebody and got that.
Right.
Stop trying to make this man out to be something different. But go ahead.
So, following her husband's positive diagnosis, Idris Elba's wife, Sabrina, revealed in an interview with Oprah that she has tested positive for coronavirus a week after Idris. The couple reportedly defended their decision to isolate together, even though she didn't initially have it, according to the Daily Mail. Actually, I found out this morning, Oprah, that I tested positive, Sabrina told Oprah while on FaceTime. I wanted to be with him, she said, adding that she felt the instinct of a wife to take care of him. Idris had his wife's back on this one despite criticism, saying that they talk about her not coming to where he was at, but she wanted to anyway. When something like this is going on in the world, love is all you can get. Who am I to turn down my wife's support? As much as I wanted her to keep safe, we presumed if I had it, the likelihood she would have it too. We calculated that risk, Idris said. He told Oprah that he hasn't witnessed any major symptoms and he's feeling okay. It's interesting and worrying that people are possibly carrying this disease and are seemingly okay, but can spread it easily, Idris said. Sabrina also reportedly hasn't felt any symptoms. The pair revealed that they've been keeping busy while quarantined. Idris, for example, has been learning how to play the guitar for Sabrina while she's been doing some cooking. We'll keep you posted on the Elbas and stay here for more coronavirus-related updates.
In the words of Cardi B, coronavirus!
Girl. I mean,
baby.
I figured that, she would, it would be like right behind each other and she would eventually test positive for it. But I don't blame the lady, in sickness and health, to death do us part. She's just following her vows. She's about one of the few women, the people that actually stick to their vows, their wedding vows.
No, she's the only person that deliberately gave herself corona. That's what she did. Deliberately gave herself corona because she said, I'm going to stand by her man. And you know what? I don't want to hear none of this black woman this, that, and the other no more, because this lady stood by her black king and gave herself a disease so that she could be with her man. I don't want to hear nothing about black women. She took all our points. We are at the top now. She made us at the top because she riding her down with her man. For real, for real. Now, how the hell you gonna get the virus with your man and y'all both get sick? Then who gonna take both of y'all? Because nobody ain't gonna want the wrong. I'm telling you, I don't want the wrong. I've been hand sanitizing and washing my hands already, but now I gotta do it times 2 I'm gonna be white after I get out of it. After I get to the streets when they let us out. But like I said, I don't feel like nothing is wrong with it. She wanted to do it with her choice. Just as long as she don't cough on me.
She want to be with her man because she, you know what I'm saying?
The Black Queen say, I'm staying by my man.
Miss Sabrina.
Rona or
Miss
not.
Sabrina Elba.
Rona she didn't touch the. I knew it was gonna come. She was all up in the video. What you in the video? You ain't gotta be in the video. It's self-isolation. Well, speaking of people being positive for corona, here he goes. Harvey Weinstein reportedly tests positive for corona. He doing everything in his power not to go to prison. Baby, go to prison. Rona or not, you don't get this luxury. But continue.
So, convicted rapist Harvey Weinstein has reportedly tested positive for the coronavirus while he is serving his time behind bars. So he's actually in prison. According to the Niagara Gazette, officials from the state prison system reportedly confirmed the news. Weinstein, who recently turned 68, is being isolated at Winden Correctional Facility in Western New York. He is reportedly one of 2 inmates that have tested positive for the virus. Officials reportedly believe that he was positive with the virus when he entered the state prison system last Wednesday from Rikers Island. The officials that confirmed his status for the virus reportedly spoke on the condition of autonomy, acknowledging they are not authorized by the corrections agency to publicly comment on the situation. Michael Powers, the president of the New York State Correctional Officers and Police Beloved Association, also declined to comment on Weinstein's status due to the inmate's health record due to privacy rules. As we previously reported, earlier this month, Weinstein was sentenced to 23 years in prison after he was found guilty for criminal sexual in the first degree and rape in the third degree. Prior to him starting his sentence, Weinstein experienced a few health issues that landed him in the hospital. When he was first found guilty, he was taken to the hospital for chest pains, heart pain. Heart pains, chest pains. He later underwent heart surgery before being transferred to Rikers Island. After being sentenced to 23 years, he returned to Bellevue Hospital as he complained about having chest pains once again. So what are your thoughts? I feel like then he had it. He had it then. Chest pains.
And I believe everybody experienced it a little bit. A lot of people are saying that they experienced it last year.
Because if you think, when it first got here, it was only like 3 cases. Yeah. And
then Louisiana is the top.
One of the tops, yes. Right New York is at the top.
It's actually 3. It's New York, Washington,
and I feel
British Columbia, I think it is, and then us.
So high
and then they say we always be and I feel like people saying we always be number 1 for the wrong type of shit.
But I mean, they have to think about it. We just had Mardi Gras. We had people from all over in the city. So
not
it's
just
like,
that. For the first few months of the year, every year we have big events come up. Like not even just Mardi Gras, but March. I don't think March Madness was here this year. But
it didn't happen because of this. They can't. Well, they only did it with the players. They had no audience.
Wow. But still, so much. We have second lines that people come from out. We had a whole bunch of festivals that happened a week. Everything was shutting down. Like the week the NBA shut down, we had like a second line, St. Joseph's Nights where the Indians were supposed to come out. Like all of that Super Sunday.
We have a lot of stuff that involve a lot of crowd. A lot of crowd.
Yeah, a lot of large crowds and from people from all over the place. And like people just said, Mardi Gras just was a month ago, and that was a whole bunch of people coming from all over the place. So you never know who had it, who's spreading that, and not just that. Like, people don't know they sick until they sick. Like, I know a few people that don't even look like. Carly B saying she feel like people are trying to say that they paying it off, but I know people who don't even look sick that tested positive for it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then with Harvey Weinstein, like, he probably was sick. No telling who he done spread it to. You know what I'm saying? And he lucky they don't try to put another charge on him if somebody he raped got it. Because they could add that too. Then you're really going to be holding your chest with your walk. But if he just don't go to jail.
He's already in jail.
Like he's supposed to. Oh, he already in jail. But I heard he trying to get out.
He's trying. What he was trying to do was he was trying to post bail so he can sit out until the trial that they were supposed to have. I think it was this month. But they denied it.
Like he was, but he's so dumb. Sit in jail and you get your time served. And once you get not your time served, but your days that you sit in jail while trial going on, it just knocks stuff off your sentence, baby. You don't know nothing. See, that's how you know he got too much money and ain't never went to prison. Or he probably, because he's trying to get out.
He's probably trying to off himself so he ain't got to spend, so he ain't got to do none of that.
But you could do that in jail for free. That ain't happening.
Stuff. Just like my mama said, he's basically going to suffer.
Basically, we're going to be on a What's the Word talking about in sad news. Well, not too sad, but Harvey Weinstein just died in prison. Because that's what we're going to be doing in a minute. Because he think he's slick. Ain't nobody, baby, you old. If Rona got you, just let Rona take his place, baby. Rona will get you out as fast as she can. But speaking of getting you out fast as you can, Commissioner Omari Hardy goes in on Florida mayor for forcing residents to pay their light bill. And I saw this video, and if you haven't seen it, please go see it, because I feel like he did what he should have did as a person. Not just a person that's sitting in a position, but just a human being. If you know this is a pandemic, meaning it's just not a small amount of people, not poor people, not rich people, but everybody is affected by this right now. Even the people that was on that panel. He had to say what he had to say, and it just amazes me how much our people stand up for stuff when people really don't give a fuck. But go ahead, D.Jon.
So the coronavirus pandemic has called for government officials to pull out all the stops to ensure that residents from city to city and state to state are able to live as normally as possible. And while businesses are closing, residents have voiced concerns over fears of being unable to pay their bills. Many states are taking necessary steps to ensure residents still have access to utilities despite their ability to pay their bill. Florida Mayor Pam T, however, has yet to follow suit. During a messing amongst Florida officials, things got very heated between the mayor and Commissioner Omari Hardy. After he called all the leaders out for forcing residents to pay to turn their lights back on in their homes. Commissioner Hardy's emotional reaction to the mayor's choice not to put similar police policies into place can only be described by him as her failing to act. We cut off people's utilities this week and made them pay what could have been their last check to us to turn their lights on in a global health pandemic, she yells. But you don't care about that. But every other year you go around and beg people for their votes. The mayor continues to call the commissioners disrespectful and asserts that she didn't do anything. While all the while, the commissioner calls her out for not closing beaches and not banning large gatherings, as you know, spring break, which is putting people at risk for spreading the virus. So what are your thoughts? Omari Hardy justified in his reactions. Let us know.
Like I already said, I felt like he was supposed to do what he had to do, and he did a damn good job for telling her ass off on tape in front of people, and he did not care, sugarcoat or
because I feel like, and he said it right, like what you should have been doing was you should have been stopping, people going on these beaches and things like that, when they've already said that that's one of the main ways that it's being spreaded, through big crowds. But yet you still got large groups of people on beaches and, and whatnot for spring break. But then you have people paying, these bills, and this stuff is going on, and people are being laid off. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's crazy.
Like for 30 days, people are going to be without work, meaning people are now tapping into their savings to survive because they're probably not getting paid. We keep hearing the president talking about, we're going to have the checks coming in the mail and all that shit. But some people can't rely on that to wait.
And then to know that, to know that they're trying to tax that money too, or they're trying to not even give you a tax return for a couple years.
But that's what they do. They did the same thing during BP when them people got that BP money. They didn't get their taxes. That's what I be telling people. Don't accept that money, y'all. The people that's going hype over this money. Them people are gonna find a way for you to pay that money back. They're not gonna just give you $2,000 and you think you're getting $2,000 and then you gotta go do your taxes and then you getting zero because they didn't took it back from when you got this money from Corona. Don't get me wrong, they do owe us something because not worldwide, but statewide in this country, everybody cannot work. The only people that are working is people who have essential jobs like markets and deliveries and stuff like that. They the only people that's really getting paid. What about the people who have disabled children and relied on their own job to help pay the bills? What about people who have veterans that are disabled too, or veterans in general? You know what I'm saying? What about those people? What about those people who rely on everything that they're working to fall into place? I just saw somebody say that their 401k took a hit because they're not in work right now, or because they're not doing stuff right now. So all of this in general is just impacting it. And if you want them to pay their light bill, but bitch, the next month they might not even have the money to pay the light bill. People gonna be not only having to be behind on their bills, but behind on everything. And then you know how many the unemployment website had so many new cases because people just can't work. Okay, I'm about to get my $200 a week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna just get my food stamps because, bitch, I can't fucking work. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have food stamps, and they can't not give it to you because it's a pandemic.
But then just think about the people that don't even get government assistance. And they were in those type of jobs where they could no longer work. Service industry.
Now they working on their savings.
If they
now they got to do their savings.
Because some people live paycheck to paycheck.
Some people don't save. All I know is they need to figure it out. And I feel like I said, he stood his ground and he had to say what he had to say, because at the end of the day, you gonna run around and ask these same people that you told in the pandemic to pay their light bill. But then the next 2 months, you're gonna be asking for votes when it's time to vote again. 2-3 months, about 4 more months, you're gonna be asking people to vote for you. And now that they see this video, she damn sure not gonna be the mayor. Florida, that part of Florida, wherever she
I think she's the mayor
from. She's not gonna be
the state. Well, no, she can't be the mayor of the state there.
No, she the mayor of that particular place in Florida. Yeah. Come on, Fantasia. That's why I say whatever part. I was trying to help you out.
I'm thinking
but you insisted on being Fannie
governor. I'm tripping.
She was like, she gonna but yeah, she might do. No, she can't. But in sad news, our head coach of the New Orleans Saints, Sean Payton, tested positive for coronavirus. Cranola. Take it away. He really got the
Sean
cranola.
Payton, head coach of the New Orleans Saints, confirmed to ESPN that he has tested positive for COVID-19. According to ESPN, the Super Bowl coach stated, this is not just about social distancing. It's shutting down here for a week to 2 weeks. If people understand the curve and understand the bump, we can easily work together as a country to reduce it. Take a minute to understand that what the experts are saying is not complicated to do what they're asking of us. Just that type of small investment by everyone of us will have a dramatic impact. This comes days after several NBA players, including Kevin Durant, Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, and Kristen Wood, also tested positive. According to USA Today, there are also been confirmed cases in the NHL, MLB, and the European Soccer League. At the time of this typing, there have been 9,400 reported cases of pandemic in the United States alone, and a death toll of 150, according to USA Today.
And now that number has risen in the state of Louisiana, because we went from having 10 cases to, we went from 1 to 15 to 46, 8,000 people been tested. And it's like, bitch, who next? Mm-hmm. Who next? You know what I'm saying? Sick, crazy, Corona out here bad. This whole episode was Rona-ized because all the tea has some kind of Rona shit going on. But head coach Sean Payton, we hope that you get well soon because we're going to need you this season. We're trying to get to ring number 2. And my team sucks ass, so I need some entertainment in my life.
I think this gonna be a very entertaining football season because they're shaking a lot of shit up. A lot of people leaving, changing. Right.
They're doing trades while the coronavirus got everybody out.
So that we get a football season.
We're gonna have basketball
going on at the same time.
Season all in the same year. I ain't gonna have nothing. Everybody really about to be inside because they're gonna be Monday night football, Monday night baseball, Monday night basketball. And then I'm like, you know what? I don't want to watch none of this stuff. Right. But I hope he get well soon. But without further ado, before we end the show, Hitmaka posts and deletes receipts allegedly providing that the woman who he pistol with was in on the setup because they tried to set my boy up and he had to pistol whip a bitch just to prove you can't see light skinned niggas with green eyes, hazel eyes or green eyes anyway. You can't play with them. You can't play with them. They'll pistol whip you.
So,
but go ahead.
Things are definitely getting messy for Hitmaka and the woman he allegedly pistol whipped, as receipts are starting to come out. As we previously reported, a woman claiming to be his girlfriend, alleging Hitmaka brutally pistol whipped her, could be a whole con artist. Following her allegations, Hitmaka comes out to say that he was the victim of a home invasion and is pointing the finger at his alleged boo. Hitmaka's legal team put out a statement describing a situation in which the woman involved allegedly staged a fight with Hitmaka as a diversion to allow 2 men to break into his home. Now, as things start to unfold, Hitmaka is letting all the receipts fly, including a statement from Talia Tilley, who says she is the victim of extreme emotional and physical pain after he allegedly pistol whipped her. I want to respond to the allegations that are being made against me. They are completely false. At no time during the assault on me were the police ever called to his residence about any robbery or suspicious activity happening in his backyard. I have no and would never be a part of what I am being accused of. I was, in fact, the only person physically hurt and the only person that called the police that morning. I am an honest, decent woman from a military family, Talia said in a statement. So, in a post and delete, Hitmaka posted text messages allegedly from the woman involved in the situation, and according to him, sis is just looking for money, which proves that she was behind the alleged home invasion. He also reports a statement from her legal team claiming she has suffered immensely due to the alleged incident. So, what are your thoughts, Kits Calhoun?
Like I said, if you got a pistol whip a bitch, it's for a reason. You just do not pistol whip somebody for no apparent reason. Whether it was a home, whether it's alleged, he pistol whipped that bitch. I'm just saying. He did it. Baby, she did it. She knows she set that boy up. She deserved that pistol whip.
Right.
Just take your leg.
But you know,
just
some people, they gotta go down.
It's okay.
They're not going down without a fight. I mean, if she... Just like that. I mean, if she did it, you know, just take your leg. But you just, allegedly, like in certain situations like this, you just never know what happens. There's already two sides to the story, and then there's the truth. So hopefully the truth does come out. Mm-hmm. And yeah. But we do have like some some updates too. They went ahead and they postponed the Olympics this year, Tokyo. So it'll be pushed back to 2021. It'll still be held in Tokyo. So it won't be this summer. It'll be next summer.
Because they be like, bitch, next summer, who knows what illness we might have.
We're not gonna speak that into existence.
We might be having COVID 21
we're not even
next
about
year.
to speak that into existence.
They don't know. And then they say Kim and Courtney had a little
the new season of Keeping Up with Kardashians comes on Thursday. I will be watching. I'm pretty sure everybody has saw. Courtney got them hands. Period. Courtney is tired of Kim and Khloe's shit.
She tired of that whole family
I feel like she's gonna
been
be like
tired
Rob.
for a long time.
To X herself from out of the show. Her and her children. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I don't feel like she should feel some way about leaving her. You know, don't let people make you feel bad because you leaving, because that family is very toxic.
I feel like this will be her last season.
Her last season was when she did her own show when it was Courtney and Khloe.
Oh yeah.
And then they started getting into it
because
on their
those two
show,
used to be real close. But then Khloe and Kim got closer.
No, Khloe being a little sister wanting to follow behind big sister.
You know, Khloe used to pick on Kim a lot.
Khloe was always
pick on Kim a lot.
Chloe definitely used to. Kim, you're such a whiny baby. And she the older sister.
And your baby
and
sister
it's like,
making you damn cry.
Courtney, why you gonna be a bitch? And it's like, first of all, bitch, I will fight you. That's basically what Courtney doing. Don't play with Courtney, cause she been saying for a long time, like, cause she been holding it, and it's like
she
they've
finally
been pushing her buttons, and they've been trying her. And so we gotta wait. We gonna keep y'all posted with the Keeping Up with the Kardashians too, cause you know we gotta keep that with that tea. But it's been an amazing show, even though we've been quarantined, and we're not quarantined, but they keeping us from being outside and being able to travel and all that shit. Everything closed, so we can't be in the studio and shit. So we gave y'all this show in our own dressing rooms. Like we said, we in the view.
We whooping enjoy.
We like the view today. We in our own little dressing room. And so we gave you a fantastic show. Shout out to Be the Future with the dope music. Shout out Cybers and LL where you been as always with the theme. You already know. Shout out to our fans because guess what? This show is now on iHeartRadio, okay? So if you want to listen to the show, go listen to us on iHeartRadio. You hear me? But we up on iHeartRadio. We are on all streaming platforms. Look basically like now, baby. Go like and follow our pages. Follow us at Yo What's the Word on all social medias. Follow us personally at Kiss Calhoun on all social medias, and go ahead at D.Jon _3, not an E.
So I changed my Twitter. Go ahead. My Twitter is __ D.Jon. Finally.
It's not 3 with an
E.
And
my Instagram is _D.Jon. Remember, not an H, but an N, y'all. John.
And so, as always, keep supporting us, keep following us, and, keep showing us love by, clicking on ours. Even if you don't listen to the whole episode, just click on it so we can get our love.
And I think you guys will really enjoy it, especially like the first half of the show, because that's where we really get like in depth, with our main topic. It's really like some good topics that we talked about, not just this season, but last go around. Yeah. So
you can catch up on that first. You could. Since y'all in quarantine, catch up on the whole first season of What's the Word on all social platforms. Let's put it like that. Because we on iHeartRadio, bitch. We doing big things, you hear me? But without further ado, we out. Hope you enjoyed this show. Peace and love, like D.Jon used to say.
Oh, I didn't know you wanted me to still say it.
Peace and love, like he used to say. Huh?
Peace.
We out of here.